Thailand's Panang Curry. I will show you how to make it at home from scratch, starting with a Panang paste. Now, the more common Panang in Thailand is with pork, and in the south beef, but you can make it with chicken if you prefer. So let's crack on and show you how to make a pork Panang curry the Thai way. Okay, I'm using pork loin, and what we need to do is we need to slice up the pork loin into bite-sized pieces. Obviously, when we eat our curry, we normally eat with a spoon, so we just need to shovel it up if you like. And then there's a couple of ingredients that we need to prepare for our Panang, and that's dry roasting some coriander seed and dry roasting some cumin seed. Now, these are the spices that are actually in a Panang curry. This makes it different from a red curry paste. Okay, so just dry roast our coriander and cumin seeds. We get an aroma off there, we don't want to burn it, and then we need to put it to cool before we can grind it. One other ingredient that we need to do, which we would have to do for a red curry paste as well, is to soak some red chilies for about 15-20 minutes, just to make it easy to actually cut up and mash up in our mortar. Okay, when our coriander and cumin seeds have actually cooled down, grind them up. Grind them into a nice coarse powder. Okay, then on with our other ingredients to make a red curry paste, and then we add our cumin and coriander seed to make our Panang paste. So in a mortar then we want 1 teaspoon of salt, and now we want to take some galangal. We actually want to slice and fine dice the galangal before putting in our mortar. We want about 1/2 to 3/4 of a tablespoon. Now what we're doing is we're actually doing all the hard spices first, and then we'll mash these up, and then we'll add the soft spices. Okay, we want 2 bottom halves of lemongrass. Now just peel off the outer leaves, the woody, and cut off the bottom, which is very tough. And then we want to slice thinly. We want a good heat tablespoon of lemongrass. Again, don't forget we're putting all the hard stuff in the mortar first. It just makes it easier for grinding up, mashing up. And obviously we need to cut it as small as possible just to help us. Now you could use a blender if you wanted and put everything in a blender and blend it, but we're doing it the traditional way of making in a mortar and pestle. Now we want to use the outer skin of a kaffir lime fruit. We want about 1 teaspoon's worth of kaffir lime fruit. Now just basically chop it all up small, the same as everything else, before putting it in the mortar. Take 3 coriander roots and finely chop that as well. Don't forget this is a bit woody at the end, but in Thai cooking we always use the coriander roots. Now take our pre-soaked chilies and cut them up small, probably about 1 centimetre pieces, put them in the mortar. It just helps us to mash it all up. Now the pre-soaked chilies are there actually to add colour, and then we're going to add 7 small chilies, and that's going to give our heat. So give it a good mashing. We want to turn this into a coarse paste before adding our soft ingredients. Okay, 10 small garlic pieces. Now I'm using Thai garlic, which is very fiddly. Take off the skins and then put the garlic in the mortar. And then we want to use about 8 small red onions or shallots, and we want to finely slice these again and chop them across and through. Just makes it easier for mashing. Okay then, let's give it a mash up and incorporate all our soft ingredients into our paste. After we've done that, we need to add about half a teaspoon of cumin and about 3/4 of a teaspoon of coriander powder and half a tablespoon of shrimp paste, and mix it all in. This is our Panang paste. Give it a good mashing, make sure it's all incorporated, and that's our Panang paste done. Okay, in a pan then, on medium heat, add our coconut milk. Now, we do not have to use oil when cooking a Panang curry. Many people use oil. That's a quick way of actually stir frying the curry paste. But you know, there's enough oil in the coconut milk. So put your coconut milk in and wait for the coconut milk to separate. But keep stirring it, we don't want to burn it. And then we just add our curry paste. So put our paste in, stir it round and incorporate it into our coconut milk base. Stir it all in and cook out the rawness of the curry paste. There'll be a fantastic aroma comes off this as it's cooking. You can tell immediately you've cooked the rawness out of this paste. It smells absolutely incredible. You'll also see the paste start to separate. There will be oils starting to form around the side of the paste as you're cooking it. That is a very good indication that your paste is done. And then what we need to do is add a little bit of coconut milk, stir it in, and just cook it in to form a good base paste before we add the pork. So you can see all the oils are already coming through the paste. It's bubbling away nicely. There's a fantastic aroma. Now's the time to put in the pork. So put your pork in and stir it through, and we need to start cooking the pork in the sauce. So as you can see, we haven't used any oil. We're using the oils in the coconut milk to cook our Panang curry. Just keep stirring it through, make sure it doesn't burn. We don't want to catch this on the bottom of the wok. Stir it through till you've probably got your pork cooked, or at least 75% of the way. And then we want to add some coconut milk. Just add it round the outside and stir it through. This is just starting to build up the coconut flavour in our Penang curry. So keep adding, keep stirring it in, scrape down the sides of the pan and gently cook away. Then what we need to do, we need to cover it. So if we cover it for about 15 minutes, it'll stop the curry from evaporating. Whilst that's doing, we can actually do some garnish. So take a red chilli, cut it open, take out the seeds and the pith core inside, and then finely slice it. Now some people just slice these chilies across, so you end up with a round chili. That's up to preference, but I'm actually slicing it today. By slicing it, this actually matches our kaffir lime leaves. Okay, so fold over the lime leaves and just thinly slice all the way through. Now you could actually take the stalks out of the lime leaves if you so wish, but to be quite honest, they're going to be that thin and small, the kaffir lime leaves, that the tiny bit of stalk holding it together is not going to make any difference. Take the lid off the curry, because what we need to do now is we need to try and start to thicken the curry up a little bit. Now we need to taste, as with all Thai food, you have to taste and adjust as you go along. So taste the curry, okay, before adding 1 tablespoon of fish sauce and half a tablespoon of palm sugar. So you already have this flavour in mind. You add your salt and your sugar. So now we're going to cook this through for a little bit longer, and then we're going to taste again. And then we taste and adjust. Now a Penang curry is a little bit sweet. Okay, so you can add as much sugar as you wish, up to you. So taste and adjust. Now if it's okay for you, don't add anything. If it's not, add your fish sauce, add some more sugar. Don't forget, a Penang curry is a bit sweet. Now I not have a sweet tooth for curry. Add your kaffir lime leaves, stir them through, add your sliced chili, stir it through. Now you can add some more coconut milk if you wish and stir it all through to get a nice coconut sauce, or if it's too dry, add a bit of water. It's entirely up to you. And that's our Penang curry made. All we got to do now is enjoy. Right guys, I hope you like what we're doing, showing you how to cook real Thai food. Now don't forget, like and subscribe and you won't miss anything.